Good morning, my dear students. I am Reshmi teacher. Now let's continue with group theory. I want to discuss how much we have already covered. In group theory, we have already studied elements of symmetry, proper and improper axis of symmetry, plane of symmetry, center of symmetry, and identity element. These are the elements of symmetry. Then we have studied the symmetry elements present in acetylene, water molecule, ammonia. Today I'll be discussing the elements in BF3. You had already done it as an assignment, but there are a few corrections. We'll be discussing the elements of symmetry in boron trifluoride, then tetracyanonickel ion, and benzene. We have already studied symmetry operations. What we are left with is we have to study what point groups are, and we have to find out the point groups for these simple molecules and combination of symmetry operations. Here you have combination of symmetry operations and combination of symmetry elements. Both are almost the same. Then you have the group theoretical rules and construction of group multiplication table of C2B. Here we have the molecule boron trifluoride. As you all know, boron trifluoride has trigonal planar geometry. Okay, planar trigonal geometry with boron at the center of an equilateral triangle, and at the corners of the equilateral triangle we have 3 fluorine atoms, and here I have marked the fluorine atoms as F1, F2 and F3. Okay, you can use this notation as F1, F2, F3, or in the case of ammonia you can write nitrogen, and the hydrogens you can label it as H1, H2, H3. Then it is easy for you to denote the new orientation after you are performing a particular symmetry operation. So now let's discuss the elements of symmetry in boron trifluoride. I know most of you are already know the elements of symmetry in boron trifluoride. You have already worked it out. So the first element is identity element. Boron trifluoride possesses identity element. It is denoted as capital E. Next we have to check whether this molecule has any axis of symmetry. Okay, there is an axis of symmetry. There is an axis passing through boron. Okay, boron, and since this molecule is planar, we can call the plane as molecular plane. So how do we explain the axis? We can say an axis passing through boron and perpendicular to the molecular plane. Okay, and here we can see the small dot, that is the point through which the axis passes through, and here we have the axis. And how many similar appearances will we get when we rotate this molecule through this axis about 360 degree? Okay, and while rotating the molecule through 360 degree, first one you have F1 here, and on the rotation of 120 degree, the F1 will come to the position of F2 and F2 will come to the position of F3. Okay, so I'll just be telling the position of F1. In the first orientation or original orientation, F1 is on top. On rotation through 120, it will come to the right bottom, and again on rotation through 120 degree, F1 comes to the position of F3, and again on rotation through 120, it comes back to the original position. So how many similar appearances have we got? First, where F1 is in the top position, then in the second position, that is right bottom, then another orientation is on the left bottom, and then back to the original. So we have 3 similar appearances. So Three similar appearances means the axis is called C3 axis or threefold axis of symmetry, and it is denoted as C3. Okay, is there any other axis present in this molecule? Yes, we have three other axes in boron trifluoride, that is one passing through boron and F1, another passing through boron and F2, another axis passing through boron and F3. Okay, like this there are three axes, and all these three axes are C2 axis. The C2 axis, that is, we get two similar appearances when we rotate the molecule through this particular axis through 360 degree. So these are called C2 axis. And please tell me which is the principal axis here. Here we have C2 axis and we have a C3 axis. So C3 axis gives us three similar appearances, where C2 axis or all the C2 axis will give us two similar appearances each. So the maximum number of similar appearances are obtained through when the molecule is rotated through this C3 axis. Therefore, C3 axis is the principal axis. We have to specify the principal axis because we have to distinguish if there are any planes of symmetry, we should distinguish the planes of symmetry. Okay, next we can see the planes of symmetry. This is the same molecule, boron trifluoride here, and we can see the planes passing through boron and fluorine 1. Okay, we'll get half of the fluorine atom on the left hand side, half to the right hand side. Boron also half to the left hand side, half to the right hand side. That is, we can divide this boron trifluoride into two equal halves by the plane passing through boron and F1. That is one plane. Then another plane is passing through boron and F2, which cuts the molecule into two equal halves. And next one is boron and F3, again which cuts the molecule into two equal halves. And you can see the C3 axis is passing through boron and it is perpendicular to the molecular plane. Okay, and these planes which I have denoted here, all these planes pass through the principal axis. It is passing through the principal axis. Therefore, all these planes are called, we usually denote the plane of symmetry by the symbol sigma. And since these planes are passing through the principal axis, these planes are called sigma V. That is vertical plane of symmetry. Okay, so now we have boron trifluoride has identity element E, then the C3 axis, 3 C2 axis, and here we have 3 sigma V planes. Other than that, is there any other element of symmetry? Yes, there is one more plane of symmetry which passes through all the atoms or through the molecular plane. Okay, this is the plane which passes through all the four atoms, boron and the three fluorine atoms, and it is cutting this plane is cutting all the atoms into two equal halves. And where is our C3 axis, or where is our principal axis? This is our principal axis. So here you can see that this plane cuts the C3 axis or the principal axis perpendicularly. Okay, this particular plane which is passing through the molecular plane, it is cutting the principal axis through 90 degree. That is, it is cutting it perpendicularly. Therefore, this plane is called horizontal plane of symmetry and it is denoted as sigma H. Okay, and we can conclude the elements of symmetry present in boron trifluoride as BF3 molecule has the following symmetry elements or elements of symmetry. That is, we have identity element E, there is a C3 axis, there are 3 C2 axis, 3 sigma V planes and 1 sigma H plane. Okay, these are the elements of symmetry present in boron trifluoride.